Welcome back everyone to the David Root Racing channel here at Stafford Speedway post Formula Drift weekend, the inaugural battle at the Springs. A Formula Drift event some are saying was the best they've ever been to, most exciting event they've been to, packed house. A couple drivers said it's the best track they've raced at, best configuration. Just mind blown off of how well this event went off. A couple things we have to improve on. I read a lot of the comments, nothing that we personally can do. Some things we can improve on here at the Speedway, but more of the Formula Drift event itself. I read some people were looking for a car show. That's what they used to do down at Englishtown. I wasn't aware of that. I never went to that event, so I didn't see that in person. We have some space to add in a little bit of a car show, not much, because it is tight. We have to fit a lot more vendors and teams with their big setups in our pit area, so the space for a car show is a lot larger, but there's definitely space for that, so there is space to grow this event, which is exciting. But now it's time to shift our focus off of this great weekend we had with Formula Drift. Excited to have them again in the future. Hopefully we could keep growing this event and make it into a staple for people to come out to. It was a lot of fun meeting a ton of new faces here at the Speedway. Hopefully some of them come out to our Friday night races, and that's what we got to change our focus to now. Switch it up. It's time to focus on Friday night oval racing. Tomorrow here at Stafford Speedway, Friday night, we'll be back on track. We've been working all week cleaning up the property from Formula Drift, all the trash, all of the equipment. Everything was just moved around the property to make this event work. So we have to put everything back in place for our Friday night event. Well, I'm over here in the burnout pit because I wanted to show you guys what we'll be working on. This is where all the cars were warming up their tires, and as you can see, it is very difficult to see any sort of line striping. You can see some lines right there, but once you hit where they were warming up their tires and really the rest of the track, there's absolutely no white lines left, and that makes it rather difficult when you're in the race car. Not that you're turning off of the lines itself, but it just gives you a general guide of where the racing surface is, where the apron is, and for race control, if a car is holding its lane or if they are drifting up. So I have to repaint all these lines. You can kind of see some left. There's some rubber buildup on them. I'm just going right over it. I did drag tires. I used my tire dragon. You could see it did roll up some of the rubber. There is some rubber down on track from these cars. Nothing crazy. The most of it is up in turns 3 and 4 against the wall. So that will be out of the oval racing surface. So today we're gonna freshen up the racing surface, add some white lines back out onto the track, add some fresh paint. We have to do the dashes on the racing surface, some dashes down here, and then the solid white all the way on the apron. This is the most important one because it shows up in race control if a car is holding its lane. So we have to refresh that, and then also the start line and the start box. So I got the paint sprayer out here. Let's get this fired up and start painting. That makes a big difference. You can see I already put down a couple stripes. Single man camera crew here. Had to run back and get the camera. Not only are we painting the track today, I'll also go over what I had to do over on the front stretch for the line striping that the Formula Drift group put down, how to get that off the track. Later today, I'll be heading down to Monaco Ford for their 13th annual car show. It was originally scheduled on Formula Drift weekend. It rained out, but that means this time we could get down there, bring in the F100 and a SK Modified down to the car show. Hopefully I get to see some of you guys down there today. But before we could leave for that, I have to also mow some grass. It rained all this weekend, so the grass took off, but I have to get that mowed before I could leave. So let's go ahead and finish painting all these stripes. Look at that, it looks a lot better with the stripes. Some of them aren't really straight, that's okay. Made it to the front stretch now, and this is where I wanted to show you what I did to clean up the FD track. So we still have the white lines here in the infield, but out here on the oval track, I power washed the line right off. I know in the podcast we were talking about how it wasn't coming up too easy. With the sweeper truck that we had out here, it wasn't picking up the white line like I was hoping it would. They put water down, they hit it with the brooms, and it wasn't doing anything. So we had to get the power washer out here. You can see it better from this angle. This was the line that crossed the racing surface, and it just didn't look good to have a arc here in the center of the track. So I power washed it right off. Yes, it does leave a little bit of a mark, but once all of our cars hit the track, you won't even be able to tell. Rubber will be put down and it will blend right in. Same thing over here on this line. This one went all the way back to that white dash over there in turn 4. So this was a really long one right in the middle of the start box, which would have been a little confusing, and then across the racing surface. I stopped them right here because at this point you're off the racing surface, and I actually kind of think it looks cool to have it through the center of the infield. Over in turn 1 entry, I power washed that as well. So now we'll go ahead, keep moving forward with the white dashes and the white lines. It's definitely making a big improvement. But the same thing over here, you cannot tell. Like, you know where the racing surface is, but like the lanes. Definitely makes it look a lot better once the white lines are out there. So let's keep going, keep moving forward with this. We have 3 more laps to do with the paint sprayer, then we'll be all set. We just got to hit the start finish line and the start box as well. Couple hours later, and we have the entire racetrack painted and line striped yet again. The big reveal. It looks a lot better when the line stripes are on the track. The start finish line's painted. I got the start box over in turn 4, the bottom solid line, the dashes, all ready to go for Friday night. I didn't get to mow the grass yet. This took a lot longer than I expected yet again, and I have to head out to the Monaco Ford car show here shortly. So I'm gonna go ahead, clean up all of my equipment first, get that off the track. I have Mr. T's power wash here. They're coming out to give me a quote on power washing a whole bunch of the facility, the lines on the track, trying to get a quote for that. Some of the walls, because I can't paint the walls over in turns 3 and 4 because there's so much rubber and oil on it that the paint just isn't gonna stick, or it's gonna be a textured paint. So they're here to give me a price on power washing that entire wall, the entire pit area, and out on track, and the stadium seats, because those got some mildew on them. They're not looking too good, so we got a price on that as well. Also today, if you hear in the background, we have some individuals out here working on our grandstands, just tightening everything up, making sure there's no loose spots or weak areas. They added a whole bunch of supports to the walkway because I started to realize there was these joints that were dropping, and really wanted to get on top of that. So they're out here fixing those, adjusting that. They're also going to put in a handrail over here in turn 1, which is pretty good, and they're getting us a price on some new stands for right there. So a lot of action here at the Speedway post Formula Drift weekend. It's been a busy week getting the place turned back around. As you can see, the pit area is back to its normal shape again. Everything's back in its place for the Friday night event, the MSD Street Stock 30 and fireworks. So we'll be the first fireworks show here in Connecticut for 4th of July weekend. I know it's not 4th of July weekend, but 4th of July week, I guess you could call it. Yeah, we had a lot of work to do this week to clean the facility up after Formula Drift, but we got it done. The track is looking good. I'll try to mow some grass. If not today, I'll try to do it first thing in the morning. I also have to mow the entire parking lot. That grew a lot this week. Enough talking, let's go clean up our equipment out on track and jump on the mower for a couple minutes before I go get my race car. It's underneath the pavilion there on the open trailer. And I gotta hook up the track truck, wash it. There's a lot of work still to do in 20 minutes. Just made it down here to the Monaco Ford 13th annual car show, still getting set up. It doesn't start till 4 p.m. It's around 2:30 now. Had to get here early because we brought all of the cars. We got Dave Monaco's vintage modified here, Axel, all of his go-karts. We got the SK mod that raced at Waterford and the Monaco Modified Series race, the F100 and Safety 2. So a lot of cars here on display. Some other Mustangs and other Ford vehicles are showing up as well. It's not just a Ford vehicle car show. All cars are welcome. Looking forward to see all the different types of cars that come out to the car show tonight. Thank you guys for watching today's video. A little work at the track, heading down to the Monaco Ford car show. Looking forward to tomorrow night to get back in track. Looking forward to tomorrow night to get back on track for another 40 lap SK Modified event. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Throttle down and see you guys at the race.